A routine morning television interview turned into one of the most unexpectedly emotional moments of the week after Jamie Lee Curtis brought Today co-anchor Craig Melvin to a pause with a deeply personal question that stopped the live segment in its tracks. What was intended as a standard promotional conversation quickly shifted into an intimate, heartfelt exchange that resonated with viewers across the country. Curtis, appearing on the show to discuss her latest film project, was in the middle of a light discussion when she suddenly leaned forward and pointed to Melvin's ear. "What's the blue that you're wearing?" she asked, her voice soft but curious. The camera zoomed in slightly, catching Melvin's surprise as he instinctively touched the small blue earring he often wears but rarely talks about. At first, Melvin hesitated, the kind of brief pause that viewers instantly recognize as something meaningful. When he finally answered, the studio grew noticeably quiet. He explained that the earring was not an accessory chosen for style or television, but a symbol of a promise he made to his daughter. Years earlier, when she had worked up the courage to get her ears pierced but panicked at the last second, he offered to go first. If he got a piercing, he told her she could do it afterward without fear. She agreed, and Melvin walked into the shop with her and got his ear pierced to show his support. As Melvin recounted the story, Curtis' demeanor changed. Her expression softened, her voice grew emotional, and tears welled in her eyes. "That's beautiful," she told him. "That is such a simple, powerful act of love. Parents sometimes don't realize how much moments like that stay with a child forever." Her sincerity immediately shifted the tone of the segment, transforming the interview from promotional appearance into a profound reflection on parenting and connection. Melvin, slightly embarrassed by the sudden focus on his personal life, tried to redirect the conversation back to Curtis' film. But Curtis wasn't ready to move on. She continued to explore the deeper meaning behind the gesture, saying she was touched by how the earrings symbolized not just a father's love, but also courage, vulnerability, and the willingness to meet a child exactly where they are. The interview crew noticed the emotional shift, and even viewers at home could sense how genuinely moved both were. For a moment, the typical live TV structure fell away. There was no rushing, no scripted transition, just two people sharing a human moment in front of millions. Curtis went on to reflect on how small decisions, like getting an ear pierced with your child, become part of a family's legacy. "Those memories," she said, "are the ones kids talk about decades later. It shapes how they see themselves and how they connect with the world." Her words hit Melvin hard enough that he briefly looked down, visibly collecting himself before responding. As the conversation continued, Curtis expressed her admiration not just for the gesture but for the kind of fatherhood it represented, one defined by presence, empathy, and humility. The emotional weight of the exchange seemed to catch Melvin off guard, and he jokingly told the audience he was blushing on national TV. But the moment had already landed, and its sincerity made it feel like one of the most authentic bits of live television this year. The segment closed with both Curtis and Melvin standing up to share a warm, extended embrace, a moment that viewers quickly celebrated online. Many called it refreshing to see two public figures engage with such unfiltered honesty, while others praised Melvin for his openness and Curtis for her ability to see the deeper significance behind an everyday detail. For a show that often balances breaking news with light interviews, this unexpected emotional pause stood out. It was a reminder that even in carefully structured broadcast environments, genuine human connection can still take center stage, and when it does, it tends to leave a lasting impact.